The Oxfordshire property market. Is it time to stamp out stamp duty? Most people pay stamp duty tax when they buy a property, house, apartment, or other land and buildings over a particular price in the UK. The Chancellor, quickly followed suit by the Welsh and Scottish government, announced last July that stamp duty was partially being suspended on all English property transactions up to 500,000, a stamp duty holiday. That meant only 1 in 8 English buyers would pay any stamp duty tax on their home purchase if it was over £500,000, saving any buyer up to 15 grand in the tax on the purchase. The problem is the property needs to have been purchased and bought by the 31st of March 2021. Complete the transaction a day later and those buyers will have to pay stamp duty. The issue is local authorities are snowed under with local search requests, mortgage companies and conveyancing staff are working from home, so property transactions are taking much longer. This means many Oxfordshire and UK buyers who have currently sold will miss out on the stamp duty saving. Most, not all estate agents, have been warning the buyers and sellers in their property chains that some deals might not make the 31st of March 2021 deadline. And pleasingly, most people aren't moving because of the stamp duty holiday, they're moving because they need extra space because of the pandemic. However, it only takes one person in the chain not to be singing off the same hymn sheet for the whole chain to collapse. So keep in touch with your estate agent. A campaign by one of the national newspapers and an online petition to extend the stamp duty holiday has meant the topic could be debated in Parliament in the next few weeks, after 100,000 home buyers and sellers signed that petition asking for an additional 6-month stamp duty. The home buyers and sellers are worried the property market will collapse after March 31st when the stamp duty holiday is removed. The last time British home buyers were conscious of upcoming stamp duty changes, it distorted the number of properties sold. The bigger question though is, did it change the overall number of people moving home? In November 2015, the then Chancellor George Osborne announced in his autumn statement that buy-to-let landlords would have to pay an additional 3% in stamp duty for all property bought after the 1st of April. I'm going to attach a graph that will show the surge in property buying which we have seen since the summer with the stamp duty holiday, with many Oxfordshire buy-to-let landlords completing their property purchase in March 2016 as they dashed to complete their property purchase before the tax increase. In the 3 years of 15, 16, 17, the average number of Oxfordshire properties sold per month was 125. Yet in the month before stamp duty was changed in March 2016, transactions rose to 272, an uplift of 118% from the average, or an extra 147 transactions. Yet look at the months of April and May, the property transactions numbers slumped, meaning in those 2 months combined, there were 112 less transactions. So if the stamp duty holiday isn't extended, what will that mean for the UK and Oxfordshire property market? London and the South East seem to be particularly exposed to the removal of the stamp duty tax break because it has such a high proportion of property priced between £300,000 and £500,000. These areas benefit from the highest tax savings relative to house prices. With the average value of an Oxfordshire home at £527,000, the stamp duty cost if the sale is delayed after March 31st is an additional £15,000. My advice to all buyers and sellers is to be constantly talking to your estate agent, your solicitor and your mortgage broker. With your estate agent to ascertain if they have asked every person or asked the other agents in the chain to ask the question, what if we don't meet the stamp duty deadline? With your mortgage broker and solicitor to give them all the information they need to ensure there are no delays with any information they request from you. One final thought, some mortgage providers allow insurance policies to be purchased by a solicitor in case your searches from the local authority aren't back in time. The cost of those will be much lower than the cost of the stamp duty. Again, speak with your solicitors, irrespective of whether you're a client of mine or not. If you'd like to chat about anything mentioned in this article, please don't hesitate to contact me. Always here to help. This is Damion Merry, Fine and Country and author of Oxford's Finest. Thank you very much.